Hey guys, so welcome back for my next Shiv stash. I hope my face isn't too shiny today because I'm trying out a new foundation and I didn't powder it because I wanted to see how it would go by itself, and I have to say it's looking fairly well in real life, but you know yourselves, on camera any little bit of light tends to look really shiny, but so far so good. I'll show you what that is now in a sec. Yeah, I'm going to start off with some Max Factor bits. Now there would be some bits that you would have missed out on. So between my last Shiv stash and this Shiv stash, I did a haul over on my friend Anya's channel, and I was showing loads of bits there that I'd normally show in my own Shiv stash. So I'll link to that here so you can see that. And there's loads of lovely bits that she got while she was over in Ireland, as well as loads of bits I picked up and had received around that time. So that's technically like my last Shiv stash, even though it was on Anya's channel. And there's another couple of bits as well. I couldn't remember if I showed them or not. Like, I did a video there last week on, or was it this week, I can't remember as it goes up, but it was on this guy by Soap and Glory. It's the 2-in-1 brow filling pencil. I love this, absolutely love it, and I did a full video on that, so I'm not sure if I showed that before. And just check my last few videos as well, because there's some products in those that I mightn't have shown. But anyhow, let's get back to this. So I was sent a load of Max Factor bits, and Max Factor is a brand that I'm quite fond of. I really like a lot of their products. So the foundation that I'm trying out today is, and these were sent to me, is the Miracle Match foundation. It's it says Blur and Nourish, and I was just sent 2 of the shades. So the shade that I wear is Light Ivory number 40. They sent me Natural as well, probably just in case, but that would be too dark for me. But I have to say I'm really liking it. So it's supposed to be like nourishing in that it hydrates and stuff like that, but it's not like overly luminous, which is nice. Like, it's not very shiny, in that when I first applied it, I wasn't like, oh, I really have to powder that straight away, which I would find with a lot of the Radiant foundations. So far so good. I've been wearing this for about like 5 hours now, maybe 4 hours, and it's getting a tiny bit dewy looking around the nose. I wouldn't say it's full on shiny yet. I'd say I probably would definitely have to powder this as the day goes on, but just for a first trial it's not doing too bad. I do have a little bit of cream contour on, in case you're wondering, and then I did have to put a little bit more concealer around my bad zone here where I have a lot of blemishes and that. Let me just make sure that I'm in focus, hold on. But yeah, besides that, this is just as it looks, and I have to say I really like the finish. So that's the Miracle Match, yeah, Miracle Match foundation, Blur and Nourish. So yeah, I don't know what the ingredients are because they're not on this guy, so that's kind of annoying. I usually like, oh, I probably have information. I might do a video on it again all by itself, because I have to say I am really liking how it's looking. The foundations with Max Factor, sometimes I can find that the number 40, which is my colour across the range pretty much, because it's the same like with the Face Vanity here, which I have, sometimes it's ever so slightly too pinky neutral, but this one actually is fine on the skin. It's not reading too pink at all, so I think it's maybe translucent, like it's not very opaque, so it's translucent enough or transparent enough in that the sallowness of my face, which is more than my neck, is balancing it out, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, so really liking that so far for first impressions. Really liking it. It's like medium coverage. I have freckles and stuff coming through. It didn't cover like all my blemishes. I did need a little bit extra on top of it, but I'm really liking the finish. It has like a satin finish, I'd say, and it's very comfortable on the skin. Yeah, really like it so far. So that is that. And then I was also sent a couple of more of the Face Vanity ones. Now this is quite a different foundation. I find that this is definitely better for like combination oily skins. This contains an SPF, whereas the first one I showed you didn't, or doesn't. And this is a primer, concealer and foundation in one. And this is a really good foundation. It would give more coverage than what I have now. Hence it being the concealer in with the 3-in-1, and yeah, Light Ivory again is my colour, number 40, although I do find this is ever so slightly, it's because it's a more opaque coverage, it is a little bit more cool looking on my skin, so I find it isn't maybe the perfect match. It's like, it's not too dark or too light, it's just the tone is a little bit off. I'd love if it was ever so slightly more yellow based, but still a foundation that I really rate for the price and really like. So Max Factor foundations generally get a thumbs up from me. Something that I'm not really fond of, or like don't love the look of, is the Face Vanity Compact Foundation. This is a powder foundation. It's just not something that I tend to love, but the light colour that I was sent, which is number 1 porcelain. It's just definitely not my colour. It is way too beigey pink. And I know straight away from looking at that. Now, it could very well suit my sister, who's a little bit deeper than me, my older sister. So I'll possibly give that to her and have her try it out for me. I like the packaging and that it has a huge mirror and all that. And then I suppose that sponge would come in handy. Oh, my heart. Jeez, that phone call gave me a heart attack. Anyhow, can't even remember what I was saying about this, but I'll probably be giving it to my sister. It has an SPF of 15 in it, and it's called the Facefinity Compact Foundation, Facefinity and Permawear, which I assume is long-lasting property. So yeah, just for a very light, like, because especially I find that powders do tend to oxidize on the skin. Yeah, so like I said, I'll give that to my sister and see how she gets on with it. Now I was sent a couple of the Max Factor Masterpiece High Precision Liquid Eyeliners. So this is just in velvet black. Actually, both of them are the same. Yeah, so I'll probably put this aside for a giveaway. I tried this out on one of my videos there recently. I think it was in a bridal video. Yeah, and I have to say I didn't get on with this just because, now it's not the formula itself, it seems to be nice and black, but it's these nibs. This has just a, it's a felt tip nib, that's it. Now the only difference between this, instead of being pointy, it's more of a paddle shape, which is a bit unusual. So it's narrow this side and then rounder that side, and has like an arched top or an arched tip. So I don't really get it. I mean, like I said, there is information that was sent to me with all this stuff, so I'm sure there's a reason for it, but just from trial and error, I didn't love it. Now I think it's because me having my old wrinkly lids, in that, like, when I was like maybe a teenager, my skin on my eyes was very, very taut and it wasn't an issue. But now that I'm in my 30s, my skin does move a little bit more on my lids, and I think when I'm using such a rigid nib, that's the problem. It just moves with the nib. So I need something that is much more fluid, or just much more, you know, not as rigid or as tough or pulley, if you know what I mean. But like, I know loads of people do love their, what am I trying to say? Their felt tip markers for eyeliner. I'm just not one of them, and I've said that kind of across the board. It's just a blanket thing for me. Now, I'm pretty sure I showed these on camera. I can't remember, but I said it's worth mentioning again because I really, really loved them. These are the Marilyn collection lipsticks by Max Factor. So these are 4 lipsticks, all red, and they're all like, you know, they're not a million miles away from each other. They're all like relatively in the same depth of tone or of colour, but they all have a different tone to adapt to different, or to suit different skin tones. So this one here is called Marilyn Ruby Red, and this is apparently the one that she actually wore herself. Like Marilyn Monroe back in the day, she did used to work with Max Factor himself, and this was the tone that she used to use. It's a beautiful, beautiful red. Now I have swatches of these up on my blog, and I'll link to that blog post so you can see them, but these are really, really lovely. This is Sunset Red, which is more of a orange red, and this would suit someone with a more golden skin tone. We have Marilyn Berry, which I love. This is more of a coral, so if you're a little bit scared of reds and you want to kind of ease into it, this is a good one to go for. So it's more of a slightly pink toned, like coral red. And then we have my favourite, which is Marilyn Cabernet, a lovely deep, more of a like a deep burgundy red. So love, love, love this, and they're well worth trying out. Like I said, check out that blog post. And then I was sent these guys. Now I nearly always do blog posts on lipsticks when I'm sent a load of them, so it is coming. I'm just away on holiday at the moment, so it could be in the next maybe 2 weeks hopefully. These are the Lipfinity lipsticks by Max Factor, and they seem to be lovely. Now I'm not going to swatch them yet because I haven't taken the photos for the blog posts, but they seem to be really, really nice. Just really bright colours. I can't say much about them, but there's just loads of them. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So this guy here, where is the name? It kind of annoys me sometimes when the name is on the sticker part when you open it, because then if you lose it or if it falls off when you open it, you're left nameless. But anyhow, this one is called Always Chic number 40. It seems to have a very, very matte finish, looking at it, like it's very, very matte to look at. And it looks like it will have good colour payoff because it just looks like a crayon, to be honest. So I'm excited to try those out. Like I said, you're gonna have to wait though, because I do want to wait for the photos. Let's see, this guy is called So Luxuriant. Actually, my mum tried this on because I got it delivered at home, and this looked amazing on her because it's kind of a frost finish, which wouldn't be my preference, but she loves it. And it has like kind of a mauvey cranberry kind of tone to it. And it looked lovely on her, like it was really up her alley, and it was very, very opaque, and like there was good colour payoff. So yeah, even just going from that, I'd say they're quite good. Then we have Always Elegant, which is, oh, this is like a brown based deep red, if you can see that there. So yeah, these seem like they will be fun to try anyhow. There are a couple of brights as well. I kind of just showed you the dark ones. This one is called So Vivid, so that's an apt name because this is a vivid pinky pink. It's like, yeah, it's pinky, kind of pinky coral pinky. And then there's like a true red, and there's like an orangey red, which there always has to be. This one is Ever Sumptuous. That's your orange there. Anyhow, there are a few others, but like I said, I will be doing a blog post on those with swatches very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then the last of the Max Factor stuff are these blushes. Now I love these. I already have my own here. I bought this one and I got this one in a goodie bag. So this is Lovely Pink, which has been in many of my favourites. So I love this. They're a really good kind of dupe for the Mineralized Skin Finishes by MAC. Like I think this would be somewhat similar to Dainty. It's a little bit warmer, but it's a similar idea and I love it. And then this guy here is Alluring Rose. It's a bit deeper now. I like this on deeper skin tones, but it is lovely and I love the finish of them. Another kind of high-end product it kind of dupes would be, oh, what you call them? They are the Hourglass blushes, like a similar kind of mineral baked finish. So what I was sent was Gorgeous Berries. Again, I'm not going to swatch them until I take photos, and I will be doing a blog post on these because I love them, and I think I have them all now between the ones I got and the ones that were sent. So this is a really cool toned berry tone, and I love this. I've said that before, I love those kind of cool tones. Then we have Lavish Mauve, another one. Mauve. There we go. Again, this would be one that I kind of like. Kind of matches my scarf. I kind of like for my fair skin tone. We have Seductive Pink. What's the one I have? Oh, Lovely Pink. So this is kind of a berry mixed with peach. Yeah, so again, still nice and cool tones. None of them are too warm, which I like. And then this one, I suppose, is a little bit more warm. This one is, oh, Lovely Pink. Yeah, this is the one I have. So definitely not going to be touching this one because I have my one open, but really, really nice to have a backup of this because I am a fan of this. It's more neutral, I think, than the others. It has a tiny bit of, I want to say like a bit of gold going through it, but then it's just a basic pink then behind it. So really, really lovely blushers. Am I thinking that they're about €12, or is that too much? Maybe €6, possibly €6 actually. 12 sounds a lot. Anyhow, really nice blushes. Some of the nicest drugstore or pharmacy blushes that are available as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Next I'm going to show you this guy because it's on my desk, and it is by YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, and it's, let me just get the box actually. It is one of the Touchicla highlighters basically. So this is just the slogan edition. So they must have like, I didn't actually get any information along with this, it was just this in a massive packaging. So I'm not sure if this is like a collaboration with a artist of some sort. I'm not really sure. It just says All Lights on Me, and it has like a nice packaging. Like it's, I don't know. That's what kind of annoys me when brands send you stuff and then you have to do all the legwork yourself. That sounds awfully moany. I didn't mean that, but it would just be for press releases you expect to be sent some information, just like for stuff like this, to be able to relay the information on to viewers. But this is the highlighter. A lot of people still mistake this for a concealer. It's not. It's a highlighter and illuminator. It's one of the ones where you, and I did already try this, you click to dispense the product, and then there is a brush in it, which can be good, but also you have to be careful. You still need to clean these brushes, even if they're on the product. They will get very dirty very soon. This is number 2, which seems to be a good shade for me. I used it today along with my Maybelline concealer, not by itself. So number 1 I'd say would be much more highlighty. This is just very, very neutral. It doesn't seem pink or yellow, just very, very neutral, which is lovely. And works perfectly as a highlight for my skin tone, so that's great. I think these are quite expensive. I had one years ago, probably 5-6 years ago, and I never bothered repurchasing it just because it finished up so quickly. Like, I mean, I felt like I used it for about 2 weeks and it was gone. So that's one thing about those. If you're using them every day, they don't really last very long, especially if you're kind of using them all over the face to highlight, like in the cheekbones, down the nose and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the offshoot is that really, really lovely product, really, really lovely formula and all that, but you don't get a huge amount for what you pay. How much do you get actually? 2.5 mil. Yeah, 0.08 fluid ounces. So there's very little in here. That's about what you'd get in a sample pot, if even. Actually, that's less than a sample pot, what am I saying? But it is a lovely, lovely product, and like it's iconic for a reason. It's so nice. And I have tried plenty of like cheaper dupes of these, and some of them I really like, but a lot of them just don't tend to be as like comfortable and hydrating on the skin as this is. So anyhow, let's move on from that. I think everything else I have to show you now is skincare. Let me just double check. I did actually do a video on a load of products that was sent to me from The Balm. That would have been way too long to add into this, so I will link to that here. Some really, really lovely products. Really impressed with that brand. Yeah, so the rest of this stuff is skincare now. So I got a new Garnier cleanser, so you know how much I love my Garnier cleanser. This is the oil infused cleansing water. So this one is unusual in that it has a little bit of oil at the top. Now I have tons of Garnier cleansers. Like obviously this is the regular micellar water, so it's in the same size as this. This one is just the micellar water, whereas the new one that I got today has micellar water with a teeny bit of oil up the top. And then like I use this oil-based remover all the time. This is the Simply Essentials 2-in-1 Soothing Eye Makeup Remover, or makeup remover, because it's for eyes and face. Now this one is generally half water or half whatever it is, and then half oil, whereas the new one that I got is only a teeny bit of oil. So that's interesting. That could be better maybe for some people. And whereas this one would set you back about €6 or €7 full price in Boots. Now you normally only pay €4 in pennies for it. This was €8 in Boots, and I didn't see it in pennies yet. So I still got it though, because I figured I'd use less of it. I'd use this kind of as a pre-cleanse and then go in with this to take off the excess. For dry sensitive skin, removes even waterproof makeup, cleanses, nourishes, no rinsing. I still would tone, rinse, or like use this to cleanse afterwards, just because there is oil in it. Phone is not my friend today, sorry guys. I know I should obviously like mute my phone or turn it off, but I'm expecting a couple of phone calls, so that's why I'm not. But anyhow, back to this. What did I want to say about it? Oh, it's for face, eyes and lips. So I have tried this so far a couple of times and I'm really, really liking it. I like the Garnier things because they don't sting my eyes. There's something much more high end now, I'll show you in a sec, that does. But I just get on with the Garnier products. They just suit me and that's it. Yeah. And there's no harmful alcohol in it. There is benzyl alcohol, which is a moisturising one. There's no... It does contain a bit of fragrance in that, but there's no alcohol, which is good. But anyhow, really enjoying this so far, and I love the size of it. I love these massive, huge, mega sized products. Now, quickly, speaking of the balm, which I mentioned a second ago, that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. I'm wearing one of the lipsticks. This is My Bills Be Paid. I think it's the Balm Girl, or the Balm. I see, in Ireland I would say the Balm, but like people, I think, outside of Ireland would be like, what are you on about, the Balm? So that's why I say the Balm. I think that's the proper way to pronounce it. The Balm Girls, and it's My Bills Be Paid. Really, really nice lipstick, but I did show it in that video, and you can see the swatches online as well. I have a couple of Olay bits. I can't remember if I showed this already. I did show it in my favourites video because I loved it. It is the Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 Featherweight Moisturiser SPF 15. I'm pretty sure actually, maybe did I show this in August video? I won't dwell on it anyhow because I showed it in my favourites. It's just a really nice featherweight moisturiser with an SPF of 15. But the reason I love it is because it's really illuminating or radiance. Yeah, it gives a lot of radiance to the skin. But it's not heavy or overly greasy or anything like that, and that's why I really, really like it. Okay, then another Olay product, which I haven't even opened yet, but I will be soon, because I just finished the trial, like the 28-day trial I did of this, the Body Shop. I also showed this in my favourites because I really loved what it did to my skin and how it felt, but I'm not going to continue using it because there's so much alcohol in the product. And that doesn't bother some people, but just I'm really, really anal about that, using like products that have alcohol really, really high or prevalent in the ingredient list every single day. To me, I just don't want to chance it because it's really damaging to the cells over time. So that's why I said I will start trying this guy. Yeah, let me just double check. Because Olay seem to be good that they don't really have damaging alcohol in a lot of their products either. No, it has like, there are some alcohols that are moisturising. They're not actual alcohols. They're like hydrating kind of emollient kind of things, and that's what you see, say, when you see like cetyl alcohol in those. But the ones you want to avoid is alcohol denat, or just straight up alcohol, and there's a couple other names. But I'll probably move on to this anyhow next. So this is, didn't even tell you what it was, sorry. It is the Olay Regenerist moisturiser for nighttime, basically, and I'll probably talk about it again. I'm not going to talk about it much now because I haven't used it yet, but I do tend to get on very well with the Olay products, so that's that. We'll move on to this guy, which I got, and set me back. Like, I'm on a bit of a spending ban recently. Like, I'm usually buying, because most of this stuff was sent to me, but I'm usually buying stuff that I just really need for my kit or stuff I really need for myself. This was a bit of a luxurious buy. It is the Nux, oh, I'm not gonna pronounce this in French. It is the Eye and Lip Global Anti-Aging Cream. It's not the actual name, it's like Nuxuriance. Oh yeah, like luxuriant, but Nuxuriant. Eyes and lips, yeah, so it's just a lovely rich eye cream for your eyes and lips. It's not too rich in that, like, it's not heavy and really thick or emollient or anything like that, but it was like 36 quid, which is a lot for 10 mil, is it? No, 15 mil. That's something at least. Really, really liking this though. So I use this at night time. I use my Vichy Aqualia Thermal during the day, but I use this at night time, and I put it over my lips. Because like the contour of my lips would be something I'd be conscious of growing a little bit older, because like I drink all my drinks, pretty much all cold drinks, through a straw, which isn't great, and I do find a couple of little lines starting to appear on the top of my lips. So yeah, that's something I would be kind of concerned about, but really liking this so far. I mean, I don't really have much else to say about it. It doesn't have like any crazy smells or any crazy kind of formula. It just seems really nice, and I've only been using it for like a week or two. Now, I was sent one Lancome thing, and I bought another Lancome thing, and then I got a third Lancome thing as a gift, so let me grab that. Oh, and actually I picked up like 3 more of my Labello lip conditioners because they're my favourite in the whole world, and I got it like half price in Dunnes. It was like €2 I think, so that's why I stocked up, because they are amazing. Anyhow, back to the Lancome. So this is going to finish off today's Shiv stash. First of all, I was sent the Hydra Zen. It is an anti-stress moisturising beauty essence. Basically you would use it at the same time as a serum or before a serum. So like in Korean beauty, they have like 7 steps or something like that, and you would use your essences before your serum. You can kind of, like this one, some essences are pure liquid or fluid or almost a mist, and they like just disappear into the skin, and then you use your serum on top. They kind of work in the same way as the serum in that they make everything you put on top work a little bit better. This one, it looks like a gloopy kind of gel, but when you do put it onto your fingers and put it into your face, it goes on like a liquid. It just disappears, so it's lovely. So I really liked it, liked how my skin felt, but kind of like with what I was talking about, the Body Shop Drops of Youth products in that blog post, which will be linked to below, there is alcohol very high up in this, which I think is a shame, and it's something I'm not very comfortable to use every single day. Because as I mentioned in that blog post, I won't go on about it and on about it, but alcohol in products. I don't mind alcohol kind of high enough in the list, even though it's still not great. But like, if it's only a product that I'm using maybe once every week or every fortnight, that doesn't bother me because it's not continuously being put on my face and damaging. It's something that's just put on maybe once and that's it. And my face and my skin gets to like renew itself from it, or like what's the word I'm looking for? It heals itself, or you know what I mean. It'll kind of get over any bit of alcohol. Or something that I'm using every day, I don't mind if the alcohol is like really far down in the ingredients, because if you don't know how ingredients lists work, the higher up in the ingredient list, the more prevalent that product is. So if like a lot of the time it's water is the first ingredient, that means there's more water in that than there is anything else. So like for a lot of products you'll see that alcohol is maybe the second or third ingredient. That means there's more alcohol in that product than all the other good ingredients, which for me tends to negate the good ingredients. So in this, it's up really high. It's number 4 after glycerin. So I don't know. I just think, oh yeah, anyhow, I'm totally losing track of what I was saying. If there's a tiny bit of alcohol, so really far down on the ingredient list in something I'm using every day, I don't feel like it's that damaging because it's probably not enough to cause a lot of damage. But when it's really high up in a product that I use every day, that over time will damage your face, because alcohol is really damaging to skin cells. It'll increase aging and like cause your skin to lose its elasticity and all that kind of stuff quicker. So that's what I was disappointed about with this. But there's just so many products that have alcohol so high up in their ingredient list, and I like could spend ages trying to find products that don't have alcohol in it. So when I bought this, so that one was sent to me. It is lovely. I'm just disappointed with the alcohol, like as in it feels lovely on the skin and all that, but I just know in my brain that using it long term is not a good idea. Then I got this toner because it is alcohol free. Kind of ironically, it's the only alcohol-free one I could find. I was in Boots looking for a really nice alcohol-free toner, and I was looking at all the regular kind of non-high-end ones. Everything had alcohol in it. I don't know, like I'm sure there were some there, I just didn't see any. I think I looked at about 5 or 6 and I was going mental. A friend of mine works on Lancome. She called me over for a chat and I just told her how my head was wrecked trying to find a good alcohol-free toner. And she was like, we have one that's amazing, that's alcohol free. And I was like, oh, I'll give that a go. So now it was expensive enough because it's Lancome, can't remember how much I spent. But I was just happy to get an alcohol free toner. Now it does actually contain some perfume and it has quite a strong smell. So that's not great either, but it is a nice toner. And as you can see, I've been using it quite happily. I actually put some in a spray bottle though for my kit, but it is a really nice toner. And I'm just put at ease knowing that there's no alcohol in it, considering it's something I'm putting on freshly clean skin. So yeah, really like that. And then I got this for free, and this is the Bifacil non-oily instant cleanser for sensitive eyes. Okay, so I've actually had this before and I like it, but I've mentioned before loads of times how I get very sensitive eyes, and that I can get very dry eyes. So my eyes seem to be just getting over a bout of extreme dryness on the lids and underneath the lids, where they were like crusty almost and flaking and all this horrible stuff. I think it turns out it was from the Nioxin hair treatment and like shampoo conditioner that I was using, which contains peppermint oil, because I figured that was it. That was the only thing I could think of. The peppermint oil stimulates hair growth, but it obviously was doing more damage to my eyes, because I haven't used that now in like 5 days and it's starting to go, it's nearly gone, so I'd say that was it. But anyhow, I can't use this if my eyes are particularly sensitive, even though it says it's for sensitive skin or sensitive eyes. For some reason this just stings, whereas like the Garnier ones that I showed you don't sting. So that's my only downside, but I like usually use this in the kit. Most other people, I just have very sensitive eyes, most other people seem to be happy with it, and I'm fine with it when I'm not particularly sensitive or going through a dry eye period. Yeah, so I don't know how much this cost, because I got that as a free gift when I got the toner. I think the toner was about 20 something euros, like maybe 24. Yeah, but it is high end, so you're kind of paying for what you get. And there's 200ml in this. Good idea to put this in a spray bottle. That's what I've been doing actually, and I really like that. So that's my very rambly Shiv stash for now. I will be back next week in real time for my holiday, so probably hopefully start doing makeup tutorials as well now that my eyes are back to normal, because I just didn't really want to do makeup tutorials when they were really dry and cracked and sore. So that's it. yeah, have a good weekend guys, and I'll see you back on Tuesday for my next video. Till then, take care. Slán.